That's it.
Now we have more to that verse.
Make that trend today. I want to pull the toe to my own hot friend of ours. During AIDS, that'd be a big year for you, and even though, like Christine said, there's many of our family who couldn't be here today to witness this good day. But I know they're probably smiling down at you, and eventually, when you go up there, they're going to welcome you with open arms. We love you.
Philip. That's your son there. Oh, it says Philip. No, I didn't think about it.
Mayor, all time.
Christine could go wrong too.
Aviator glasses.
Word, and then I wrote down another word, and I said, yeah, that's a pretty good start. So let's see if everybody agrees. So, love, dedication, perseverance, and loyalty. What do you think?
That's a great
Especially perseverance. So, these are the words that I believe best describe you. Whether it's you're a sister, a mom, a friend, a tanta, oma, or an oma. Okay? Betsy has always been there for you. Mom, over 80 years, you've been an inspiration to all of us. Thinking back to your childhood, and even thinking back to something that you and I would discuss many times during the German occupation. Okay? We would talk about the day when you and Opa and Uncle John and Tante Francis went for a walk on a Sunday. Remember that? How many times did we discuss that, right? So, and you would say, yeah, I remember that day because there were parachutes that were falling from the sky, and this was in the Battle of Arnhem, if you don't know. And Mom would say, yeah, it happened in a late afternoon. And of course, Mike being Mike, I'd say, no, Mom. It happened in a late afternoon. They don't drop from the sky in a late afternoon, Mom. Remember? And to my surprise, Gary and I happened to be at a war museum outside of Arnhem. And what do we find out, Ken? Yeah, they dropped in the middle of the afternoon. fog in England, and that was that. Everything was put off schedule. So, you know, but I use this as a point. The point that this is typical of the mom and the way you are. You know, you didn't sit there, you weren't loud, you just said, you know, you didn't say it, but you implied it. The facts are the facts. You don't have them. So, you know, you were never too excited about it. You just pointed out the obvious. So many points in your life are like that. That we can't believe to talk about all of them. Only to say that the risks and the rewards you've had are the experiences that have helped shape your life over the years. You have come a long way from using the toilet paper at your aunt's house to write on during the war, right? You remember that conversation? And on to making a big trip with Oma and Opa, your brothers, your sisters to Canada, only to start all over again. New country, new language, new people, new opportunities, but always a dedication to family.
A new toilet paper too, the outhouse.
Then finding Dad and starting a life again, you know, starting a married life, making a house, starting a family, living with dad, perseverance.
They don't necessarily go together.
No, but all three words could be used when it comes to dad. Perseverance, dedication, loyalty. Whether we're delivering mail, raising a family, dealing with family and friends, you were never the boisterous one, but rather the calming influence in the back. Now at this stage in your life, I made a couple revisions to that one, just so you know. A couple stages into your life, you're learning all over again, whether it be the computer or finances, especially on the computer. You continue to persevere. Today, we've come here to be part of your 80th celebration. And this is really not just about your 80th, but it's really about your life. A life well traveled. You may not think of it that way, but we do. You have and continue to be a role model to all of us on how to live a life. If life is a journey, your path is not always being the straight and narrow path. But hopefully as you reflect, filled with the experiences which have provided rich rewards leading to a quality of life you now have. We are all so much appreciative of the fact that you've helped shape each of our journeys along the way and to enrich us as we've moved along that path. Your loyalty to friends and family has always been a big part of your life, and we are also grateful for this. Although we have to say, we do plan on spending many more birthdays with you from here on in. So happy birthday. So now Uncle John has a few things to say.
I'm proud of that in a way. On the other hand, we're all getting older and we are one of the oldest. But we're planning on staying with you for very many more years to come. Going back to the parachute days when you said that, yes, we were there, we saw the parachute drop. Vera and I happened to be in Holland last year where they had the reenactment 70 years ago. Saw the parachutes drop again and all the vehicles coming by, which is quite touching, it was in a way. I have a story to tell about Betsy and Joanne when I first got my driver's license when I was 15. I was a designated driver and a chaperone. We used to go to the Dutch Club, as you all saw by the picture over there, the record. For the younger generation, that's these round things that you put on you know. Anyway, we used to go to the Dutch Club and they would go out with me and they would leave with me. And then somehow or other we got connected up at Sunnydale Corners, which was near where we lived. Betsy and Henry and Joanne and Martin, Henry's brother, would kind of wander off somewhere and we'd come back to that same spot at whatever it was, 10:30, 11 o'clock. We all hopped in my car and we went home, safe, sound.
Were you drinking?
At 15? No. Anyway,
He was a designated driver.
I'd like to raise a toast to you, your health, your 80th birthday, and many more years to come. Happy birthday.
Cheers. Water.
Cheers.
I can't believe that the day's oldest son, but also was the first grandson. And I have the privilege to stand up here and talk to Betsy as the first godson, along with the other one here beside me and some others. I think, thinking about Tante Betsy, what can we say? In so many respects, you too were the first child for Oma and Opa, and we all know Oma's the patriarch of this family, and so we miss her, but we're so thankful for the children that she brought along, who we happen to be the children of those. But really what Tante Betsy is to me is she's the patriarch for all of us as cousins. And why do I say that? Is Mom and Tante Betsy and Uncle Henry and Dad, they obviously had a special relationship, and as we started, we started into this thing called trading. And gosh, and what happened was we would somebody go to their place, and we'd go back to their place, and we could stay up late, and Tante Betsy would let us get away with stuff that my mom didn't, and I think it was vice versa. But what I want to tell you about that is really what's so special about this family, and what Tante Betsy, you started, was a family as the patriarch for the cousins. It's a fun family. I think we wouldn't trade any of the members we have for who we've had as friends and family. So with that, as on behalf of the godson and of the cousins, we want to thank you for being the role model and making this family of cousins so much fun, and we look to celebrate many more birthdays with you and the family. So to Tante Betsy, happy birthday.
There's some little I'm celebrating with me. Really enjoyed it. They prepared all the pictures and all the other little things that was done. And a beautiful meal. Thank you very, very much, everybody.
You're welcome.